Hello my loves and welcome to this pick a card reading. It's a very quick check-in mid the two eclipses, so this will just be some advice to help you navigate this time and how you're coping with the actual, like the solar eclipse to the lunar eclipse. So but also it's an energy check-in. So if you are watching this at the time of the eclipses, this is what's motivated me to do this reading. But this also could just be an energy check-in that is timeless as well. So it could be relevant for either of those times. Pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. This is going to be very quick, okay? So I've got some pre-shuffle cards. Pile 1 underneath here, pile 2, and pile 3. Timestamps will be in the description box below, and I'll see you at your reading. Bye. Hello pile 1 and welcome to your reading. Okay, let's see what this first oracle card is. Villain, you can always rewrite the story. Okay, right, this is just an energy check and we'll look at those in a second. You know, this is like when Ariel smashes the rock so that she is no longer imprisoned by this. But also, this is putting you back in an element of control. Like, it's really interesting how we see this, like, moon that's here. It's full, but then you've also got this crescent. So there can be this illusion as well that you may feel that you're under in the respect of that you can't have control. We've also got the number 11 here with 3 and 8. So you always have the opportunity to be able to change your story. And to be honest with you, like I feel I've always related to the villains in Disney movies because they're the ones that are troubled. They're the ones who used to be, there's this saying, Disney villains are Disney princesses that have just been in customer service for too long. And I really, I really resonate with that. I think that's really funny. You have a choice here now, whether or not you're watching this at the time of the eclipses. I'm filming this a couple of days after the the solar eclipse in October 2022. But if you are watching this at any other time, this could be a time when you are, you know, you're really having to look at your shadow aspects of yourself and how these shadow aspects can be integrated into your present self. And remember, the shadow is a source of our power. It's just about how we utilize that. And once we have like the understanding of being able to utilize that in a healthy way, then we can really navigate whether or not we're going to, like how we're going to use it, you know. Our shadow is only bad if we choose to act upon it, if we choose to, you know, how can I express it in a way that means that it will be in a positive light? So for example, if you see that you can't be entirely truthful about something, right? Because you know that if you're entirely truthful about something, it's going to hurt someone's feelings. So say, for example, if you know that it's something, you know, saying that what they did wasn't good or it wasn't, you know, it wasn't the best, but you could see it was the best that they could do, even though it wasn't like, you know, the best thing that could ever happen. But you kind of maybe big up their ego, allow them to, you know, maybe not too much, but maybe enough that gives them the opportunity to feel good enough to do it again. Or here's a good one, actually. If you get given a present that you don't like, right? And then you just say how much you dislike that present. Do you think that that person's ever going to get you a gift again? Or do you think that if you say that you love something that they gave to you, that they're going to think about when they go out, they're going to think of something that you like they're going to think about how they can give you something that you like again, you know? So it's about that kind of thing in terms of embracing the shadow. But you can always rewrite the story. So just remember that you are in control. You are the one who is writing the story. So remember that. And it doesn't matter, even if you do have to smash something to pieces that may seem beautiful. Yeah, it's really interesting. Really, really interesting. Okay, let's see what your astrology has to say. 4. Yeah, this is about stability. And also maybe the breaking of stability is upright. So it's almost like you're re-establishing some kind of stability within yourself. I'll leave those on the side, and I'm going to, I'm going to take these. Okay, this is energy check-in, energy check-in, energy check-in. Yeah, so we've got the Eight of Coins here, like this idea of self-work. It's almost, what I'm getting is that you've done quite a lot of work. You've done some things that may kind of warrant that you have done work, and it's about undoing that. I get the sense of like unlearning what you've learned, and it's almost that. And it's interesting how we've got, you know, this kind of thing with the Eight of Coins, and this is reversed. So this is self-work and being quite focused and in, and then that turning around. So you kind of rewriting the story, but then, wow, okay, yeah. So basically, this is about you knowing the rules so well that you are able to break them. That was something that I've been told many times by many different mentors. Know the game, know the rules so well that you can just break them. And that's what this is about. The Hierophant isn't reversed here, so it says to me that you're in the process of that, and I think you're in the process of learning that, and this is what this energy is about at the moment for you, whenever you're deciding to watch this, but particularly in the respect of the eclipses, this is what's happening. So let's pick another 2. Maybe then that's for that. I don't know, but it's interesting how we've got the 4. So let me just have another look. The Page of Cups. That's too many. And the King of Cups. Okay, so what that says to me is that you've got some way to go. Yeah, because I thought that. I felt like you're still in the process of it. You're still in the process of managing your emotions around of this, because, you know, if you're just going to smash everything to pieces, that's not really going to get you anywhere. And that's a kind of immature female energy, you know, kind of not just immature female, but it's an immature energy of where we're just going to smash it all to pieces because we're just fed up of like how things are going, and that there's this sense of structure that kind of keeps us boxed in. And when also you have this sense of the King of Cups, whenever I see that reversed, I think of Poseidon just going nuts. I think of somebody who's quite stoic and really kind of got everything under control and understands his emotions completely, actually is not able to do that. They're not able to sustain that. And they need to come back to that sense of stability. So what it feels like is that there's going to be this sense of almost maybe vacillating between between this thing of where you're feeling angry. And it's interesting because the villains in stories often have these bouts of anger because they have this frustration, and the Fours also resonate with that sense of frustration. So there's still a slightly immature sense of growing up that still needs to happen in this evolutionary process, which is why, as I said again, this is a quick energy check-in for where you are at the moment, because it seems to me that this is quite a transitionary phase. If you're watching this reading, most of you, I think, are just like, okay, where is my energy right now? What's going on? You know, it is about transitionary phases. So please bear that in mind. Okay, I'm just going to have a little look at how things are going to evolve. Okay, the Seven of Coins reversed. Yeah, you're going to like restart everything, I feel. And you're going to toil the land and start again. Which is great, really. Okay, I'll take... Oh, no. Ooh, Tower. And that's the only one that was up the right way. Okay, I'm not going to take that because I'm not. No. So we've got strength here. So you'll have an increased sense of strength. You'll also be able to kind of go forward in ways that you didn't realize that you could. This kind of like you're working out. It's like a workout what's going on. Six of Swords. Yeah, because again, there's this sense of vacillation. You're not able to move on completely. And then you've got another Page of Wands. Yeah, you must learn what you have. You must unlearn what you have learned. That's what I'm just hearing in my head for you, pole 1. Okay, very quickly, we will have a look at these cards. Self-esteem. I possess the gift of the soul that benefit me and others. It was reversed, pile 1. So there's a sense of self-esteem issues here in the respect of the villain. The villain does have self-esteem issues when you look at self-esteem of the villain in stories. So maybe think about that. Think about whereabouts are you being a villain to yourself? Where are you allowing this sense of lack of self-esteem and lack of this lack of self-esteem? Where is it kind of playing into your psyche, your confidence, your actions? In your relationships with others? We do have some cups here, so it's interesting. We don't have any wands here. So, yeah, we've got coins. We've got swords, cups, no wands. Oh, no, we do have wands. We have 1 page of wands. So there's something about you being able to reconnect with that sense of self, fire. It is kind of like dumbed down when you've got the 4s there. There's a block, a little bit of a block there because you're trying to stabilize it. But I think that there's this kind of dynamic where you're like trying to fight it, trying to go against it, trying to fight it, go against it. So see how that goes. Just kind of sit in that space. And then we've got a question for you. We've got, what if you weren't required to set yourself on fire to keep others warm? I love the synchronicity of this. I'm going to hold it up to you. What if you weren't required to set yourself on fire to keep others warm? Cepheus, I think. I don't know how you pronounce that, but I had a go. So, interesting. Very interesting messages. Let me know what you think. If you liked it, please do like it. Please do subscribe for more videos. Good luck with your journey. I'll do another reading at the lunar eclipse as well. But I hope you enjoyed this little energy check-in. Sending you lots of love and see you soon. Bye. Pile 2, welcome to your reading. Okay, let's see. This is an energy check-in for you. Raindrops, let's take a chance on them. Wow. Wow. Okay, interesting. Just going to double check what the book says about that because like I've got my own thing about that. Which really I should follow rather than looking at the book. But I'm just going to, with those raindrops, it's like the first thing that comes to me is that, there is no such thing as bad. Okay, book, do you want to come out? There's no such thing as bad weather, only the wrong clothing. Okay? Oh, okay. Right, so basically this is about putting yourself out there again. So even though you're going to be hurt, or something is going to give you the idea of, you're always going to get wet, right? If you go out in the rain, you're always going to get like cold if you go out. There's always going to be some kind of thing that's going to happen that basically is going to make you feel that, I just should stay in my little cocoon and I should be here and I, shouldn't really go out. But if we live in that mindset, we're not going to go out anywhere. So we need to stop that, change that, and do something different. So this is saying, take a risk, take a chance. Okay. Let's have a little look. 3, see? So there's an opportunity that you may meet other people. 3 is the number of companionship. It's also friendship. It's also collaboration. Of something being created from the idea of 2 coming together. So these 2 come together and then you have the Vesica Pisces, but then you also have the 3, which is the triangle. So then we've got this creation of 3 entities as opposed to just 2. And it's also like when 2 people come together, something very special happens and then that's the 3rd entity. So this is telling me that you have got to go out there and, not live in the fear of you believing that this is going to be, you need to stay in your cocoon. 3 plus 9 is 12. 12 equals 3. 3 is the Empress. There we go. 3 again. Okay. Let's see, dear Spirit. Pile 2. Pile 2, pile 2, pile 2. Quick energy check-in. Pile 2. Energy check-in, pile 2. Well, would you look at that? Three of Cups, the Six of Wands reversed. Okay, I see what's happened. And then we've got the Page of Swords. And then we've got the Three of, oh my God, okay, right, I get it. You're hurt. You don't want to go out there again, of course, because it's been a little bit, you've been burnt. It's that thing, once bitten, twice shy, right? You got to get out there. You got to move out there. This is what this transitionary phase is about. This is what this energy check-in is about. It's about saying there is opportunities waiting for you to go out there and grab them. There really is. And people who are on your wavelength, people who are willing to communicate with you. And I just looked at the clock and it said 222. Lots of beautiful things are coming to you. And I'm going to say, yeah, the pain is going to still very much be there. No doubt about it. It's going to be there. It's going to be there. You may get triggered by other people when you see them, when you go out. And this is what, you know, it will show you the level of where you're at. But still, the more we go out, the more we do things, the more we kind of get ourselves into the space where we're going to be consistently triggered. If we're in a place where we can actually start to look at those triggers and be able to learn from them. Now, I'm not saying like go and trigger yourself like all over the place, but there's something called the 10% stretch. If anything goes beyond this 10% and puts you in a state of anxiety or fear, and I'm not any psychologist, but this is what I would say to my clients, that if they do go into this space of fear, that's so overwhelming, and trust me, I've been there, it's not, that's well over 10%. You're probably in like 50% or something like that. And you're like, you know, the alarm bells are all going off and you're completely like overwhelmed. But when we are in something called 10% stretch, that is where we grow. That is where the pure potential for us is to grow. So if the extent of you being able to go out and socialize with other people may be having a phone call, so be it. Build it up slowly. Do what you've got to do. Okay, I do see this more with more than one person. So maybe meeting up with 2 other people that you trust, 2 other people that you really find something that you can connect with, that you can do things with, that you'd really trust. That would be something that's very good, because I think what's important here is that you need to get over the mindset of because there's a mindset around it. These 2 swords cards are telling me that there's a lot of thoughts that are happening, overwhelming thoughts. You may have some, like, I get some anxious energy here, particularly with this 3 of swords. And there's pain, there's hurt. And someone has maybe betrayed you, hurt you. You may have not been successful in the past of where you've tried to like make friends or something like that. But that still doesn't mean that you can't go out there and still continue to, I just looked at the clock and it said 444. You know, like, you still have to go out there and just take that opportunity to be the best that you can be, to put yourself out there, to let everybody know that there's this gorgeous person out there that deserves the love. Empress, yeah, there may have been some like bitchy energy that stopped you, you know, from being from being appreciated. King of Wands, okay, right. There's some super oppressive energy. This may have to do with ancestral trauma as well. This is a quick energy check-in, so I'm not going to go deep into this, but there may be some issues that have been brought on by this eclipse, and I know that this is like either timeless for anybody who's watching it in a transitionary phase, but also you may be dealing with things, and also with the eclipses, you may be dealing with things with the mother on the mother's side that are kind of coming up to the surface and allowing you to deal with this sense of abandonment, self-worth, whether or not you actually function, you know, what's your value within a situation. And particularly with this King of Wands, there's this like oppression on that. So let's see what these 2 cards have to say. Beautiful. The Star. So the Star this is the 8-pointed star as well. So this kind of sense of walking away from anything that is going to, you know, you've evolved beyond this. So what I'm getting here actually, in the respect of if you've been doing work to kind of move yourself into this space where you have like, where you've decided that you want to kind of, you know, make new friends, make new connections, but you're afraid to do so. This is saying go for it. Take it tentatively. It's all right. Take it slowly. Take it a step at a time. Aquarius energy, the star. This is about communicating with others. It's also a sense of, with this, he's playing the flute here. So there's this sense of like a gentle lulling energy. This is gentle, very gentle. Raindrops are very gentle. They're very beautiful. We've also got this beautiful fairy-like energy that's happening here. That's encouraging this very kind of very sweet thing that's happening between these two characters. It just looks very sweet, very soft. It doesn't look abrasive or abrupt. So take that time with yourself. You're doing really well and you're on the right track. And then we've got the Four of Swords reversed. Interesting. Yeah, you've been in a period where you haven't been. You've been resting. You've been trying to heal yourself. And now you're finally coming out of that. I just got to say well done. I've just got to say that because I can feel it. I can feel that it's been a real struggle. It's been a real struggle to get into that space where you feel that you're, you know, that you're trying to do something, where you're trying to improve things. And I love you for the progress that you have made so far on this, Pile 2. So much love. Okay, let's see what these last cards have to say. Acceptance, beautiful. I'm learning to accept the things that I cannot change. You know, this reminds me of the Serenity Prayer. I can't remember what it is, but Google Serenity Prayer, and it's like, I think I'm like the courage to accept the things I don't know, but it's beautiful. It's the prayer that is used in Alcoholics Anonymous, but it's just so beautiful in the respect of being able to accept things about yourself. And it will like be a really good affirmation to kind of help this this theme of acceptance. I am learning to accept the things I cannot change. Beautiful, beautiful. And just remember that about yourself, you know. This is a journey. It takes time. It really takes time. People think it's a fast thing, but actually it takes time. It really does take time. Okay, so let's see what this is. This is a question. Pegasus. Oh, I love that. Flying. So, and because the writing is so small, God. I tell you, I wear like glasses, but still. What if loving even the undiscovered parts of ourselves is the greatest act of revolution that we are capable of? Oh my God, that's beautiful. Oh, my wonderful Pile 2. What a gorgeous message to end on. I really hope you liked that reading. It was very hopeful and beautiful. And it was a quick check-in. If you did like it, please do like it. Please do subscribe for more videos. And if you like this format, let me know, because then I'll do more. I do quite like doing them quite quickly. Just let me know what you think. All right, my darlings. I'll speak to you really soon. Sending you all the love in the world. Bye. Pile 3, welcome to your reading. This is a super quick ultra energy check in between the eclipses and also any other time that you wish to view this. Number 4, mirror, treat your body like the palace it is. Wow, walking on water as well with this castle in the background. That's amazing. Don't you just feel like that when you've got your tunes on in your earphones and you know, you've got that wonderful energy where you're just like, yeah, I'm just the shit, you know? My friends tell me I've got like a certain walk that I do when I walk through town and stuff, particularly when I got my bad boss bitch boots on. Absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. So, okay, we got 5 and it's reversed. Interesting, because we got 4 then 5. Interesting. 5 reversed. Five is a number of change. It's almost like, okay, there seems to be some kind of break time in the response of change that's going on here. Yeah, I feel like maybe a possible bit of resistance maybe with that 5 reversed. Let's see what the tarot has to say about it. Okay, they came out pretty quick. Okay, well, we've got the 5 of Wands to begin. Temperance reversed. Yeah, so maybe this transition time has put you in a bit of a space where you're like, a bit imbalanced. And it's mirror, okay? And this is the broken mirror tarot. I hope you can see because it's quite dark here. I can just about see. Yeah, so this is the mirror. So it's about what's being reflected to you. And you may not like it. You may not like what's being shown. Oh, I hate when cards do that. It's just like... Okay, so we've got the 8 of coins that way. Okay. Okay, right, 7 as well. Interesting. Okay, okay. So this is definitely a work in progress. Pile 3, definitely a work in progress. You're walking up that hill, and it's not an easy walk. It's really not. The 5s around, they won't signify that at all. And this image of the 5 is so beautiful, you know, with these incredible. So you have the 2, the 3. I don't know where the square is for the 4. That's interesting. But then you have this 5. So, but then that's interesting because I don't know where the 4 is, and then the 4 is here. So what I'm thinking is that whenever we do like some kind of form of procrastination, or maybe some kind of thing to distract ourselves from what we should be doing, it's actually fulfilling a need within us, fulfilling the idea that we are, that we need to do something, that we need to step back. Basically, we're a little bit too afraid of making all of those decisions all at once. And it seems to me like there's a lot that you've worked on here. I'm just a bit paranoid if it's dark. No, it's not, but still, it's pretty dark. So there is a sense that, you know, are you going to be able to walk away from this thing that you've worked on? And also, I don't know if you're in a workplace where maybe you are thinking that, you know, the people that I'm working with, they're great, but there's something else here. That it may even be the money as well that's keeping you, but it isn't. It's not. It's almost like you're scared to take a step, because if you actually take like a solid step forward, then you might end up, you know, not earning as much or losing something, and that's where you are right now. That's what I feel is going on right now. And you're in this transitionary phase of whether or not maybe you're going from, you know, from a space where you had a job and then now you're moving into your own business. So you're transitioning from a job that you didn't like to a job that you liked, where you didn't have stability, but now there's a possibility. Like, actually, you don't even know maybe that there may be stability in this space. It doesn't have to be a job. It could be any kind of situation. It could be, I'm not really seeing a relationship here, but it could be. But I'm seeing it something specifically to do with stability, and particularly when the 5s are involved, it reminds me of like unstable stuff that's going on. When it's reversed, that also says to me that this energy here, treating your body like the palace that it is, getting into the space of the body is often the one place where we can gain stability. So for example, when you do exercise, you know, exercise doesn't cost anything. Raising up the heart rate, getting into doing things, it doesn't cost anything. It's what, you know, it really is what helps, you know. So for you to stabilize, particularly when there is a lack of stability, you know, it's so useful with depression, anything like that. I remember when I was at a period of time in my life when I had no money and I was absolutely devastated. I didn't know what I was going to do. And the only thing I had was my body. And then that's when I learned how to dance. I taught myself how to dance, basically. I managed to get a load of videos off of the internet, and I learned how to dance. And then I started to get into a position where I could actually like perform in front of people. So it was really interesting. So it's interesting with that, you know, that kind of like body confidence that kind of exudes you, and you feel like, okay, yeah, I can move forward with this. So Yeah, that's interesting. So try and find the stability within yourself, within your body, to help you to gain some more confidence. This is an opportunity for you to really make a change in yourself. This is destined to happen. You have to go through this process in order to learn this about yourself. Okay, we've got the Hanged Man. Yeah, you are going to have to stay in this space of stasis. Interesting how she's on the water like that, and then you've got the Hanged Man there like that. This is about being in a period of stasis. This is about like you having to take time for yourself. You may not have to do things outwardly. You may not be able to take action outwardly. You may have to just stay put. The 9 of Cups. Okay. Yeah, this isn't what you wanted, is it? It isn't what you wanted. But you remember that saying? I think I've said it loads of times in my videos. Sometimes not getting what you want is a wonderful stroke of luck. So I think that this is, how are you going to evolve over this kind of desperate wish, or this wish? It was a very, very, like, it was something that you really wanted, and that's why that 5 is destabilized. Yeah, with the 9 of Swords. Yeah, I can see that. Like, there's a real sense of you deciding whether or not you can actually go forward with this, whether or not you can do this, whether or not you've got the strength to do this. You've got this. You can do this. You're a strong being. You're a strong human being that has got this. I see you and I hear you. And this is just a transitionary phase. This is what this reading is about. It's super quick. It's about transitions. It's about how we are. Quick energy check-ins. So this is just me here saying, you're gonna be okay. You're gonna do this. You got this. I know it doesn't feel like you have got this. I think you're probably thinking, what you talking about, Reena? But you know, I'm sending you my cheerleader pom-poms right now. You got this, you got this, you got this. And I'll probably like be involved in that 9 of Swords, and you'll be like, oh my God, Reena, you're in my head. Can you get out? Oh, look at that. Fear. I realise that I'm testing my resolve to live in the energy of love. I realise that I'm testing my resolve to live in the energy of love. I think you're getting over it. I think this is a destined lesson for you to understand how you can move beyond this space of fear so that you can move into freedom. And it's difficult. I know it's difficult, but you can do it. I promise you can move through this. And remember, the only constant that we have in life is change. That's it. That's the only thing that we can ever be sure of. Nothing else, except the fact that everything can change. Sorry if you can hear that beeping. So what will you do with today? Tomorrow is not guaranteed. What did I just say? There is no constant in life. The only thing we know of certain is change. And this is Ariga. What will you do with today? Tomorrow is not guaranteed. You know, this reminds me of like when I went to see the David Bowie film, the Moonlight Daydream, which is amazing. If you can get to see it, it's fantastic. I went to see it, and you know, he was incredible. An artist of all genres: actor, writer, dancer, musician, singer, everything. It was just insane, and painter as well. And you know, he said that every day he wanted to wake up and feel that he had just seized the day. So no matter where you are right now, just try to live in that state where you're just trying to like seize the day and make the best out of every day. Whatever steps you can, take it at the pace that you can do. It's okay. You got this. And this is just a transition. All right, my darlings, I hope you enjoyed that reading. Take care, and I'm sending you lots and lots of love. Let me know what you thought in the comments. If you like this format of reading, do let me know, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye.